Hi, I'm Paul. We're doing Leetcode must-know interview questions. Today's challenge is isomorphic strings. Given two strings, S and T, determine if they are isomorphic. What does that mean? Two strings, S and T, are isomorphic if the characters in S can be replaced to get T. I think we're going to need some examples here. All occurrences of a character must be replaced with another character while preserving the order of characters. No two characters may map to the same character, but a character may map to itself. Okay, so example one is true. Why is that? Well, because G maps to D, and then G again maps to D. E maps to A, everything works. How about this one? F maps to B, O maps to A, O maps to R. No, that doesn't work because O already mapped to A. So it's got to be a one-to-one replacement. Now this one works because P maps to T, A maps to I, P maps to T again. And then E maps to L, R maps to E, everything is good. All right. Yeah, we can do this with a hash map. Well, actually, let's look at the constraints here. The length of the strings is between 1 and 50,000. The length of the strings is guaranteed to be equal, so we don't have to check that. S and T can consist of any valid ASCII character. All right, let's sketch this out a little bit. All right, let's do example 3. So how do we do this? Okay, let's start here. For the S, string S, let's look at P. It's hard to make a line that short. But we'll look in the hash map and say, is there a P in there? And there's not. So we'll create one, P, and map it to the corresponding letter in T, which is the letter T. All right, next. Look again in S, and the next letter is A. Does A exist in the hash map? It doesn't. So we'll add it, A. And it maps to, in S, it maps to I. Okay. Next letter in S is P. Does P exist in the hash map? Yes. Does it map to the corresponding letter in T? I apologize for these lines being too long, but does P map to T? Yeah, it does. So we're fine there. And if we went through the rest of this, we would see that E is not in the hash map, and we'll map it to L. R is not in the hash map, and we'll map it to E. So that works. Why would this not work? Well, because we're going to look in S, and the first letter is F, which is not in the hash map, so we'll put it in the hash map, F, and it maps to B. Next, O. Is O in the hash map? It's not, so we'll put it in the hash map. O, and it maps to, in T, it maps to A. Now, the next letter is another O. Is it in the hash map? Yes. Does it map to the corresponding letter in T? Now, at this point, we're matching the second O. The second O right here. Does it map to R? No, it maps to A. So that is, we have to return false on that one. All right, let's take a look at the code. Okay. First thing we need here is a hash map, a map of characters to characters. We'll call it hash map. We need, I don't know if I need to declare a character here. I might be able to declare it inside the loop. I think, I'm not positive, but if it, let's just declare it out here. I mean, I'm not sure. We need a character variable, and we need to initialize it to something. Otherwise, I think Java is going to complain about it. Now, let's start iterating over the first string, or let's start iterating over the strings. We'll say for int I equals 0, I is less than s dot length I plus plus. Whoops, plus plus. I think I'm gonna have to be writing like char-ats all over the place here. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say char. I hope this works. Char, and we'll call it schar equals s dot char at I. Okay, and we need a similar thing here for t. So let's say t char equals t char at I. All right, now iterate through the loop. First thing we have to check, at least a couple of conditions here. One is the character from S already in the hash map? So let's do this. If hash map dot contains key, if it contains key schar, if it contains schar, then let's see what it maps to. It's in the hash map, so what does it map to? C equals hash map dot get schar. And it better map to tchar, because if it doesn't, we failed. So let's say if C is not equal to tchar, it's not equal to tchar, let's just go ahead and return false. We've failed. All right. I'm going to copy this, save a little typing, maybe. Okay. Let's say else if. Okay, now the first letter is okay. I mean, the character from S, it's okay. Now we got to check the character from T. We got to make sure that T isn't in the. We got to make sure that T is not in the hash map and it's mapped to another key. So let's say if not hash map contains value. If not hash map contains value, and this would be tchar, then we can put a new mapping in the hash map. So hash map dot put schar tchar. All right, new mapping. One more thing, else. If we get down here, I guess I can put the bracket here. If we get here, then there's a problem with the T character, like it's already in the map. The S character was fine, but the T character is already in the map. That's not good. So if we get here, we have to return false. If we get through the whole for loop and we haven't found any problems, whoops, I'm putting this in the wrong place. It's got to be after the for loop, return true. All right, so if we get through everything and we haven't returned false, then we can return true. I don't know. It looks okay. Let's try and run it. I hope those char definitions are okay. Okay, good. Accepted. All right, so the basic cases run. Let's try, move this over a little bit, move the frame over, and see what happens if we do a submit. All right, where are we? Runtime, 11 milliseconds. Quite a few people were faster than that. I suppose you could do this without an actual hash map, you know, like we did for the last problem where you have kind of a hash array, but the size would have to be 256 because we are not limited to lowercase letters. The rules are that these strings can contain any ASCII character. And then what else? Memory, where are we on the memory? Probably about the same. Kind of in the middle there. Some people did better. Some people did worse. What's the complexity here? Is it n or is it n squared? It's n, O of n. Okay. I wonder if doing it with the hash array, that's probably still O of n. Anyway, that's the solution. Feel free to like, subscribe, and see you next time.